Um, what is your role in law enforcement?
Well, I'm a police officer with Carnegie Mellon Police, and I've been an officer for 20 years. In my last 2 years, I've been assigned as the primary detective, so I'm a detective.
How does technology play a role in your job?
Technology is extremely important in law enforcement because we use it in a lot of different ways. We use it at crime scenes to collect evidence. We use it for investigative purposes when we're trying to find people who we need to find out their address or their phone number or where they live. So we use the internet. We use the computers a lot, and that's pretty much. I mean, it's really a big part of law enforcement now. Technology, mostly computers, the internet.
What kind of technology is most crucial in your line of work?
Well, for what I'm doing right now as an investigator, the most important aspect of my biggest tool is my computer. And all of my electronic devices are connected. My phone is connected to the internet, and my laptop and my computer in my police car and the computer on my desk are all connected to the internet, and it allows me to gather information no matter where I am, no matter what time of the day it is, whether it's 3 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
How often do you use it?
Every day. Yeah, the first thing I do when I come in the morning, I log into all of my electronic devices. I get everything up and running. I check reports from the past shift because the shifts are the reports are electronically generated. I check for any outstanding warrants that have issued for persons who have committed crimes, and I check to see if they've been electronically entered into NCIC, which is the National Criminal Information Network, right?
Yeah.
So that information is all in there, and it's all right at my fingertips.
Uh, what what ways do you think that law enforcement technology could improve? Be improved?
Um, Technology is moving so fast, and a lot of times technology gets to the point where it gets a little bit ahead of the law. So, like, there are certain crimes that are happening to people now, and criminals are using the computers to like steal their money or steal their identity, and those types of computer crimes are ahead of the actual laws that are on the books. So, I think eventually the laws will catch up to technology, and then they'll be able to work in conjunction.
Um, how does law enforcement train employees to use the technology?
Oh, that's a good question. I am going to a training class next month, sponsored by a company called GeoCell. And GeoCell instructs law enforcement, police officers and detectives, all types of law enforcement, on how to locate a cell device, like a cell phone, and be able to use cell towers and different software to pinpoint the exact location of that phone. So if we have a missing child or someone's abducted or someone steals your iPhone, we can use that technology to find out where it is exactly and then go retrieve it.
In your opinion, has technology helped or hindered the practice of law enforcement?
That's sort of a double-edged sword. It's helped us greatly because we have resources at our fingertips that we didn't used to have. You would work an overnight shift and you have to wait until the morning until the courts opened or until the warrant office opened. But now we have access to all that information immediately, whether it's on laptops in cars or on handheld devices. So that aspect is great. But on the flip side of that coin, the criminals are just as adept with technology, and they use it to commit the same crimes they used to, theft and fraud and identity theft. But instead of calling you on the phone or showing up at your house, they steal your money electronically through the computer.
Has technology been worth the cost, such as training or the money spent?
Definitely, definitely. I've worked with a lot of different agencies, and the agencies that have professionally trained law enforcement officials in their department are quicker to figure out what the issue is, are quicker to solve crimes, and then a lot of money is put into task force. There's a task force that I work with. It's the computer fraud task force down on Second Avenue, and it's a multi-jurisdictional group. It's FBI, Secret Service, Homeland Security, the Pittsburgh Police, and some local university police departments. It's a task force right around computer forensic fraud. So the money's well spent because we're solving crimes now that we couldn't solve in the past.
How do you think technology it will impact on the way law enforcement operates in the future?
I think that eventually it's going to make our job easier. It already has made our job easier, and I think it's going to get to the point where hopefully we're going to be able to anticipate crimes and stop them before they occur instead of being reactive. You know, we're going to be able to be proactive once we're able to harness the power of the internet and sort of almost be fortune tellers and look at crime patterns and see how things are happening. We might be able to use that technology to focus patrol and focus officers in those areas to reduce crime. So I think it's going to be great in the future.